electric quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Browns and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. And so good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. You know, partner, sometimes teams get off to slow starts, and that's the case for these teams we're going to see here. Both under 500, not critical yet, but you can't wait too long to try and get this thing turned around.
And I know it sounds crazy, Mike, but here we are, and it's only October. There's a long way to go. But this feels like a really important game, and I think that was the sense that both coaches told us all week when we had a chance to meet with them. They said, we're not trying to panic. We're not trying to put the cart before...
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Cleveland. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. Daniels to throw on second down. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. And in motion is Brown. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He'll get this complete. It's Moss. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. He'll give up the middle to Moss. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in on the stop. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll only get down to around the 42. 2nd down and 8. Another try with Moss. There he goes, inside the 30. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. on the toss. They give it to Moss. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here comes Evans. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll run here with the rookie. He'll get this to about midfield. Kaiser White able to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Back to throw. That's to the right side. He's got Polk. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Cleveland.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Get you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. Taking off.
The quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. He's going to have a Browns 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down. and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. So after 1, 7-3 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. There's a run out of the gun with Moss. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
1st and 10. The tight end Moreau is in motion. This one complete right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man.
And he will dive into the end zone. Brian Robinson, touchdown Commanders. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Makes this pace the score. Commanders 14, Browns 3.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, You can see he's second best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. They put a receiver in motion to the left. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 33-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system, and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window. And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6. So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late.
Defense.
He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. This one is caught by Moreau. 2nd and a yard. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. They send a receiver in motion left. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run with Robinson. Strong. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this is a guy that you do not want to have to tackle in space. I mean, the footwork, the agility, the ability to go side to side and then still have the burst and explosiveness to pick up big yards. I mean, this guy's a handful.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and it'll be second down. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Throwing on second down, Daniels. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game that allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Off the bootleg, here's Daniels. That is caught by the tight end. Ben Sinnott. Touchdown, Washington. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here comes Evans. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back to work. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
On fourth down, here's Matt Araiza to punt. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Daniels now going to look to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. The tight end Moreau is in motion. 3rd and long, and here's Daniels. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. So on 4th down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. That is fielded at the 20. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Now they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll try and get there on the ground. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. To the air now on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Holding offense.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This from an even 50 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Browns will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Joe Mixon, a couple of touchdown runs. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. 3 touchdown passes there for Jordan Love. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike
and we're back
Greg.
underway here on EA Sports. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Blitz cut. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Throwing now, Daniel. The second down throw is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
This one brought in by Brown. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard. One of the tight ends motions right. Throwing again. Daniel. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. Daniels gonna throw it. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Browns have it. Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, had it in the red zone, looking to score. Not only does the defense stop them, Greg, they get the ball back, and they improve the field position with a nice fumble return.
And what a change of events. You find yourself defending your own side of the field, and next thing you know, you scoop. For a minute, it looked like there was going to be a score, but either way, after running out of gas, he sets his offense up in a great situation.
The Browns offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A gain of 2 brings us second and 8.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Browns are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. So after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. The tight end Moreau is in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Commanders set to kick this one away as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here comes a return, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I could promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Off he goes.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
He'll try to get this one on the ground. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Browns getting their punting team out there. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Robinson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. It's a short throw caught by Njoku. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Up the middle they go. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Browns. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
A fair catch signal and taken at about the 18-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
That'll be returnable from the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On 1st down, Daniels. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. From the shotgun, on 3rd down, Daniels. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. That's to the right side, and it's Sinnott. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. The air again is Daniels. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. And in motion is Brown. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Next the score. Commanders 24. Browns 19.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. On the return, here comes Evans. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one into the hands of Jefferson. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Man in motion, heading left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground inside the 40, a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A run here with Evans. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
He'll get this out to his running back. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
He brings it in, the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Evans. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it to the end zone there, but it is incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Second down, goal to go. This one caught at the 4. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll stick to the ground. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today.
That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Brown now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. Daniels now on 1st down. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, and it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. So big kick coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to force overtime. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. So big kick coming now for Daniel Carlson. This one he's got to have. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Here we go. One final play. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. On the return, here comes Evans. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Browns offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 33-yard line.
A pistol give to Evans. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. There's that man again. Another catch.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Down the sideline, past the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
That's caught downfield by Cooper. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 yes. Because that's exactly what was going through the mind of the coach on the sideline when the quarterback decided to throw that ball into really tight coverage.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That is caught. He got it. And that's a game winner here in overtime.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.